The Daytona 500 was yesterday. Ryan Newman had a very scary crash on the last lap. Since that crash, we are all waiting for information on the condition of Ryan Newman. It was about a 2-hour period, and during that time, I noticed in my comments section, a lot of my recent comments were on a video that I made back in 2018. So for the most part, I pretty much forgot about this video. I didn't even remember I made it. But, unfortunately, I guess it has to be updated. It kind of caught me off guard. I guess maybe that was one of the top things that was being recommended to people during the Ryan Newman incident. And I've already updated this video one time. I posted it beginning of May 2018, and within that month I had to update it again when Newman had a crash at Kansas. So here's part 3. But instead of just updating it as normal, I kind of want to make this video about just how bad of luck Ryan Newman has really had. And I would rather do that, I think, and talk about it than update the video for the 3rd time, because who knows, is it going to be the last time? I have no idea. I don't know if Ryan Newman wants to race again, if he's able to. How long he's going to be out, we don't know that information yet. So I'm going to kind of give an overview of the terrible luck Ryan Newman has had on super speedway tracks, some intermediate tracks and road courses even. I think we could pretty much say of the remaining NASCAR drivers that are currently racing Ryan Newman, definitely one of the unluckiest, if not the most unlucky. So it looks like the first crash that I put in this compilation is when Ryan Newman actually flipped on his side at Watkins Glen. He hit those foam, I guess they were kind of the safer barriers of back then, but they were kind of a foam padding, and he laid on his side. So, this is kind of a video about his flips and cars being on top of him. So that's kind of why I think I wanted to include this in here. And if I remember correctly, I think this was in practice. I'm not quite sure though, don't quote me. Oh, so the next one I have is literally Ryan Newman flipping at nearly the exact same place at the exact same track. That's right, the 2003 Daytona 500, when Ryan Newman went up and over for 5 barrel rolls. When I first saw it, I obviously didn't see it in 2003. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I'm 25 years old? No. Obviously, when we first saw this wreck, we all thought it was really bad, and it is. But nothing like Ryan Newman's 2020 Daytona crash, which we'll get into most likely very last. Okay, then we have Ryan Newman flipping at Talladega in 2009. He actually literally does a slam on top of Kevin Harvick. And I could tell you something for sure. At the time when I first saw this, I thought that what happened to Newman in 2020, this most recent crash, I thought this same thing happened to Kevin Harvick. I thought Kevin Harvick's windshield was going to be busted, and I don't know how Harvick came through this unscathed. I don't know. But man, we're already at 3 flips, and it's only 2009. I feel like I'm also missing one. There might be one that I just didn't put in here, but I can't recall what that is. Maybe I'm just thinking of something else. This clip is basically, it's a Carl Edwards flip, but Ryan Newman gets right under him, which I don't think that's going to be the first time. Oh, here we go. Yeah, exactly. 2014, I want to say this one is, where Ryan Newman happens to get underneath, I think, Kurt Busch in this one? Yeah, that's Kurt Busch, and Ryan Newman slides right under him with nowhere to go. So if you can begin to see how unlucky this guy is at super speedways especially, but really his whole career, and I don't even think we're halfway through this video. It's crazy. Okay, we got one at Richmond. I think a car just lands on Ryan Newman's hood late. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Which still counts. I mean, it's a short track, not a super speedway, but it still counts. Oh, this is the one where Jamie McMurray flipped at Talladega, and guess who was under him? That's right, it's Ryan Newman. Yikes. I guess you could make a point that you'd rather be the car under the car flipping rather than the one flipping, but I mean, this ain't all. This is not all. I think that McMurray crash is what inspired me to make the original video before I had to update it in 3 weeks. Check it out. Ryan Newman at Kansas, I think let me see. Does he go under? Under William Byron here? Yeah. Oh, how many times can this happen to the same guy? I have no idea. Okay, so that's where the original video ends, but we have some more content to add. And obviously I would not be making this video if Ryan Newman wasn't okay. I mean, he's not okay, but he survived the crash. So that's kind of why definitely more lenient to talk about this. 2020, we're in 2020 now. I wanna tell you guys how I saw the finish live. I was still a bit upset that Clint Bowyer spun his tires in the tri-oval, the restart before. However, that finish was one of the most exciting things that I've ever seen. It was maybe the most exciting NASCAR finish ever, until something happened. So obviously you guys know what happened, but the way I saw the finish was Ryan Newman spun off the bumper of Blaney. Maybe he didn't, I don't really know. I know it wasn't Blaney's fault or anything, obviously going for the win. I saw Denny Hamlin get through that wreck, and it was Blaney and Hamlin side by side. I was really rooting for Blaney from that point on, but Hamlin edged him out because he was on that outside lane. I think maybe side draft had to do something with it. I don't know, I'd have to see it again. But my mind completely blocked out Ryan Newman. I didn't even know he flipped until he was sat on the track upside down with oil leaking out of his car, a small fire. I thought that oil was going to catch on fire. If it was fuel oil, I don't know. Luckily it didn't, because Ryan Newman wasn't able to get out of the car on his own. Obviously the roof was caved in, which I also didn't know until I saw a replay. I literally was on Twitter tweeting about the finish, and then I saw the replay for the first time. I thought everybody was overreacting. And when I first saw the replay for the first time, where Corey LaJoie, obviously not Corey LaJoie's fault either, when I first saw him hit Ryan Newman's roof, I thought to myself, wow, dude, how is he going to survive that? Because naturally, that's just not something you survive, in my opinion. Obviously, we're still waiting to hear more on Newman's condition. Maybe more has come out by the time I upload this video, and if so, just like Eric Estep said, I will be including it so you guys are all on the same page. And if you like this style of video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next race. Also, make sure to subscribe. Thank you.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make